Hello, hi everyone. I'm Rick Kirkham. This is a video on how to download and import into a database mailing list from YellowPages.com, which you're normally not able to do. I'm doing this audio after doing a silent video, so that way I could just do the audio over and over again without having to redo the video. But you go over to godsbusinessway.com and download Rick's YellowPages.com scraper. Scraping means that you just gather information from a website. In this case, it's public information, so this is perfectly legal to do, don't worry. I'm a Christian. I try to obey the laws and obey my followers and stuff. And, obey my leaders and all that other stuff. Not that I don't voice out my opinion and use my vote. But anyway, we're doing this right now. So this is where we're going to download this, and you just download it at godsbusinessway.com. You can look, do a search for YellowPages.com, and that's probably the fastest way to find it. And this will just show you the procedure to do it. I really don't need to talk through this whole thing here. There's a few things that might need to be brought up when the program comes up. There's a little frame in there from godsbusinessway.com that causes a JavaScript error now once in a while. Sometimes on the links, sometimes you have to click those twice. You'll know what I mean when you start watching the video. When you download the program, it automatically produces Programs by Rick right on your desktop. Now look at this right here. There's Google Chrome telling us that program might be dangerous. It's not dangerous. I use it all the time, so click on that little down arrow and tell it to keep. And then click on that. You can run it right from there, and the program will generate on your desktop Programs by Rick, and then a subfolder, something like Get Info from Yellow Pages, something like that. You double click on that, and that's where you'll find not only a copy of the program, so you don't have to go looking for it again, but you'll also find your results. You're about to see that little JavaScript error here that I told you about, and I got it built into the program to just close that automatically, and it's perfectly safe. Up on top are newsletters and services and information that godsbusinessway.com offers, the Christian Business Network forum. And these are the different things that you do to run the program. You have to join godsbusinessway.com, and you have to be a business group member. And right now, to use this program, a Yellow Page scraper, which I've seen for hundreds of dollars to purchase, you can use this program as a business owner group member for only $2 a month. Eventually that might go up, but right now, especially here in the beta stage where I'm trying out the program, it's only going to be $2 a month. If I can, I want to help out my fellow Christian business people, and direct mail is king, folks. I don't care how many emails you send out. If you send somebody a postcard, you're going to get some attention. And I not only show you how to use the program in this video, but I also show you how to go to Avery.com and use free online services to make your postcard, and also import the mailing list that this software creates, so that you can have an immediate mailing list right here. So right here, you've clicked the link, and I'm not logged in. So you actually have to click the link to go to a special page at godsbusinessway.com, Christian Business Network forum, in order for this program to work. That's kind of our double check to you know, try to keep people from stealing the program. But I know, $2 a month, go figure. But there are some people who think they can run a business without spending any money at all, and there's other people that think that just because it's online they can steal. And we know that's in the Bible. Thou shalt not steal. It's not right. You've been brought up that way and you know it. Okay, so anyway, the program regenerates itself and it remembers your last setting, so the next time you open up the program, it'll remember where you've been. And you just put in all your search phrase, select your city, select your state, and then you do auto run by godsbusinessway.com after you're all done with all that. The program will open up Internet Explorer. It doesn't matter if that's your default browser or not. It'll open up Internet Explorer and spider your search phrase page by page until it's completely downloaded all the information, and then it'll process that information. I think my son's bouncing a ball in his bedroom right now. I hope you can't hear that. That's okay. We all have families, or some of us do anyway. And this is one reason I do this, to help support my family that God provided for me. And you can see what's going on right there. I'm watching this through Windows Live Movie Maker as I do this, so that I don't have to compile this, then add the audio, and then recompile it again. That would take a long time, and I don't really want to do that. I'm not even sure if I'll be talking this entire 20 minutes here. This is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so we just been verified that we're at least business in the business owner group or above, and we can click OK and close that internet browser if we want to, and the program will start to work. It's pretty basic. I've got a martial art background, so there's not a whole lot of subtlety to my programming. It's pretty well just, you know, kick through the wall and grab what you want. So that's kind of what I do here. You can continue to work when you do this. You can minimize the program, as I'm doing right now. And I can't remember what my search terms were in this, and I'm looking at a little bitty picture as I talk. So I think it was under business development, which obviously when you say business development, then you go Honolulu, Hawaii, you're not going to get that many searches. On the other hand, when I typed in, for example, church as a search phrase, then I got like 600 in Honolulu, Hawaii area. And depending on what your niche is, some people say niche, then that will depend on, there's the program right there, and programs by Rick, and under get info from YellowPages, something like that. I can't quite read it, but you see where the search results are. And when you open this up, by the way, if you want to look at it in a spreadsheet format, you can do that. But when you open it up, make sure you click on comma separated. And that'll make a big difference if you actually want to see something that makes sense. You're not going to use it in a spreadsheet. You'll import it into a database, such as the one on at avery.com, which is free to use. And I'll be showing you that in this video as well too. So I right mouse clicked on this. I always tell my in-home computer tutoring students here in Honolulu, Hawaii, right mouse click for a menu, left mouse click for an action. I've been doing that full time since 2009, and I've been in computers since 1993. I know some of you hadn't even been born yet, but yep, that's it. And this is openoffice.org. It's a free office suite. It can import and export Microsoft replacements. Now make sure you have commas checked off. Look at the difference when you don't check off comma. You've got to check off comma as a comma separated value. And then make sure, then when you click OK, it'll actually make sense. If you don't check off comma, then you're going to see part of the address in with the name, and it's going to look all jumbled up to you. And right now it's just trying to open up. And I'm going to rest my throat. So there it was, just a few names. And once again, this is all public information in the Yellow Pages. And you can look at it that way from a spreadsheet. Once again, it's not going to do you as much good as if you actually import it into a database that will allow you to do mailing lists. This also produces an INI file and a text file. INI stands for information file, and that's very usable by people that know how to use an INI file. So you can get 3 different formats. Just to show you an idea of the difference here, when I searched for church, I used the word churches. I used the word church, not churches, in the search term. Okay. I don't know if that makes a difference for sure with YellowPages.com, but I'd rather search for something that might be in the name. Not too many people see, St. Anthony's churches. They see St. Anthony's Church. Or New Hope Voyager Church, not New Hope Voyager Churches. That's the church I go to. So, anyway, you can see what's going on here. And that's just opening up OpenOffice again. It's going to show you, because you saw very few addresses. I want to show you the real value of doing something like this. If you have a fairly large niche, by the way, and you notice it does import names, addresses, and phone numbers so you can follow up. Here I accidentally double-clicked, and I do have Excel loaded, but I don't use it because, basically because I'm a cheapskate. And so I've got OpenOffice downloaded, and there's OpenOffice with the search phrase church, and then city Honolulu, state Hawaii, and that's about 600 places where I can send a postcard and let people know about ChristianComputerHelp.org. That's an organization that I was moved to start. And there it's asking me, I believe, if I want to rewrite the CSV and INI and text file. And of course I opted to do that. Okay, so next thing I want to show you is how to import documents into Avery. Just go to Avery.com, and you get register for a free account. I've already done that. Then from there you click up to on My Avery. It's capital M and capital A is the way they do it. There's a programmer. And after you see My Avery, then you'll see on the left hand side My Design and Print Project, something like that. It's in small writing, I can't see it, but you get the idea. You see where I clicked it during the video. Then on the right hand side, View. Then we go over to Open, and that's my postcard that I've already created. You'll get some idea how to create one. I've had a couple tutoring students that didn't know they can move around text boxes and things like that. And yes, that's quite possible to do that. Click on import. There's a video right there that you can watch if you want to see how to really do that, but I'm about to do it for you anyway. Then click on mail merge. You'll go to desktop, programs by Rick. So click on the green button, then you go to desktop, programs by Rick, get info from YellowPages.com, and then results. Double click or double click on results. And I have a few students where that thing that says open at the bottom there confuses people. That's just a programming thing. Open just means grab it. You can also double click on that as well too. There's the church INI file, or not INI, CSV, comma separated value. Comma separated values are really easy to import into anything. Uncheck that top box. We don't want to send anything to somebody named, name, address, city, state, phone. And then we double click the little green button there, green for go, and give it a little bit of time to catch up. After it catches up, this is so easy to use. All you do is just drag what you want into place and the way you want it. You can have separate lines, you can have commas. What you might want to do too is after you're done with the text file, put in the words or occupant, and that way whoever happens to be there will get your postcard. I'm going to be printing directly off of the postcard instead of printing labels. To me, that's just an extra step, and I think it looks a little bit more professional to print right off of the label. But that's up to you. And notice I'm just dragging city, state, zip. I'm not going to do any commas there or anything. You don't actually have to do commas when you make addresses any longer. And I think that's done, so we click the green button. Take a little bit of time for that to come up. And I think on this one my return address disappeared for some reason. So I put that back in. And that's okay. You probably need a separate text box for the mail merge. And like right up in there, you can make the text smaller, and anything that you do to that one will get done to all of them. Like for example, I'm going to be making this smaller and move the text box down. And just to give you an idea, you know, how to make a little text box here, I'm going to type in my name, and then to get to the to make a new line, just press enter. Yes, I have computer tutoring students that don't know that, so I'm assuming nothing. City, state, zip, and then you make that smaller, and you make that smaller by highlighting it. You can do a Control A on your keyboard. I think it's Command A if you have a Mac. And now I'm going to justify left. And I didn't put or occupant on this, but you notice every one of those I click is different, so it has my mailing list. I'm not printing, not going to send out, you know, 100 postcards to the same person or anything. Then when you're ready, you can go up there and click on print. Now you see a save button there. You could save your work online, and most of you know I'm a big cloud fan. I love Google Drive, and I love OneDrive, and I like Dropbox, but I really like the free office suites in Google Drive and OneDrive. But save your work on Avery, because That way, no matter where you are, no matter what computer you're on, all you gotta do is all you have to do is log into your Avery account, and then you can get to your work. You don't have to be on a particular computer or anything like that anymore, folks. That's how advanced this cloud technology has gotten. Because I'm a computer virus removal specialist and actually one of the best here in Honolulu, I always tell people it's not if your computer will crash, it's when your computer crashes. If your work's up in the cloud, it'll be safe. So that's it. It looks like my video is about to end, so my voice will end. Aloha everyone. God bless you all, and I look forward to your feedback.